the story goes, I'd buy stuff on online auctions, and I was going to Ohio to pick up some stuff that I'd won on an auction, and we got 7-8 miles out of town, and she had a grand mal seizure. So we met the ambulance down at Pine Square, and they hauled her to the hospital from there, and they did a CT and found that she had something in her brain, and then they transferred us to St. Cloud, who actually did the actual diagnosis. In the plan this time, we're not sure yet. We do have an appointment this time. The second time there wasn't. Okay. And that's done right here in Brainerd. We have her, because it's a daily thing then.
Yeah.
And to work and drive to St. Cloud every day would get to be a bit ominous.
But you guys aren't sure you're going to go that route yet?
We don't know if it's part of the plan yet.
Okay.
Because I'm sure we're still, I believe, waiting on pathology. Because the second one was, and I believe him, he's a really good surgeon. We've made sure we had him for the third time around too. He this time around too, he said he got it all, and he took as much extra matter as he could, which means they're digging beyond the tumor.
For the third time?
This third time, he said he can't do it again. Because the first time around, her tumor was about the size of my thumbnail.
That's how big the tumor was?
Yeah.
Wow.
Second time around, it was somewhere in here. And this time when I asked him, he said it was like that, which is bigger than a golf ball, smaller than a baseball. And so it's growing back faster, bigger. And it's always the seizures that are the trigger, that get it noticed. The kids will all stay with me, is the way it sounds, is what they want to do. And that's why we talk to them, so we can she can make her wishes known, and we don't want them to be surprised. We don't want them to be shocked and sure don't want them angry because we didn't tell them. One way or another, we're going to do it. We're going to do it today.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if there is tomorrow.
Sorry to ask this, I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying correctly. When you say the cancer wins, the kids are going to stay with me. So you're saying that if she passes away, the kids are going to live with you here?
Yeah, they're going to stay. I've known them.
You said some of them live in Grand Forks.
Her oldest daughter does. She's, and they told their mom they were going to live with her till she died. Yeah. So our golden years were still going to be with children.
So they live here now, and they're going to stay here regardless.
Stay here.
And that's what you want them to do as well.
Well,
we
I
wanted
would like it, but
what's
they
that?
had their choice,
Okay.
January 20th of this, we just had it,
so
which is why she's still got all the staples.
Okay. And that's is that where you got the news?
Where we got the news that.
Okay.
And that was both from the neurologist and surgeon that it was likely going to come back, and because of the speed and the size that it's returning at, that it would probably be a few months. The mitochondrial disease that claimed both Corey and Emma.
So are they thinking that that's kind of where it all kind of...
The mother is the common link.
Yeah.
And they're figuring one of the traumas, whether it was the surgery itself, the radiation, chemotherapy, but one of the traumas brought it out. Because at one point she was doing so horrible, I wasn't sure what was going on, so I asked for a second opinion. And just before we got our second, and we got a referral, and we went to see a neuro-oncologist at Abbott in the cities. And she was in bed all the time. 2 or 3 days before the appointment, she's up with just a ton of energy and interactions that were keeping her down. I thought it was just something was just going horribly wrong, because the picture they painted that was after her initial surgery. The picture they painted is she should recover, she should be just like you or I, and we should never know the difference. And when we went down and saw him, he had her take like 3 or 4 steps. He said, okay, you can sit down. He told us there was something that was undiagnosed.
2 years? I mean, is that what you guys are going to hold on to?
And that's kind of what we're holding on to, That's why I was in contact with the radiologist before they ever were. As soon as I got the information, I've saved out, the one nurse had given me the line to get a hold of her, and I called her up right away and said, listen, this is what's happening. can you talk to the doctor and see if there's anything else? If it's experimental and there's no other options for us.
Well, we'll try.
Well, yeah, when you're looking at the other option, experimental starts sounding okay.
Yeah.
You know, we're digging for a miracle, and maybe that's the miracle if that's what it comes down to. You know, and we believe in miracles, but I also believe I'm digging, I'm working at it. When she's ready to give up, then I don't have too many options. It's time to throw in the towel and do the best we can with what we've got. That's that. Even though everything's stacked against you, because it is more than just cancer. It's the kids. It's me and her. It's there's bills. There's the everything just seems a little bit bigger and a little more overwhelming sometimes. But if you believe in something and really care, you need to fight for what you want. You can't just you don't just say fine, because she could be laying in bed right now going, I'm dying.
Yeah.
We were friends so long 17 years before we were married, and I'm not gonna just sit and watch my best friend die. I don't have to. There's always hope.